Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Better Call Saul. Last time on Better Call Saul, we had JMM, which could stand for a number of different things. But basically, Jimmy and Kim have gotten married. Mazel tov. And they are married as a legal arrangement so that they cannot be forced to testify against one another in court. Also, they have a arrangement to where they basically cannot keep any secrets from each other. And Jimmy made sure to not keep a secret from her and told her about how he is representing Lalo Salamanca, and if he can help him, he will be a friend of the cartel. Which was a lot. That was a lot, I think, for Kim to take in, but hey, she was happy that Jimmy was telling her, at least, so there's that. But yeah. But Mike actually dropped by and was like, here's all the stuff of how to get Lalo out of jail, because it would be in their best interest, because Lalo is causing problems even from within inside jail, because he ordered Nacho to burn down a Pollos Hermanos, and obviously Gus knew, and they had to play along, otherwise Lalo would find out. So yeah, they burned down one of the locations. Gus was also meeting with Herr Schuler, who, by the way, interesting stuff, watching last episode with that scene with Gus and Lydia and Peter Schuler, and then I go on our rewatch, or my rewatch of Breaking Bad. It's my parents' first time through the show. We get to the top of season 5, and season 5, episode 2, we see Peter Schuler, and we see his death, and I was like, oh my god, it's him, he's the guy. Like, I didn't connect it in the video, but I connected it then, and I was like, oh my god, that's the guy that Gus was, like, trying to calm down and stuff. That's the guy that kills himself with the fucking, paddles. What the fuck am I trying to think of? I can't think of it. Oh well. Oh well. But yeah, so that was happening, and it's interesting stuff. And basically, it just boils down to everybody has to deal with Lalo Salamanca right now. So yeah. And I'm trying to think where we ended. I cannot for the life of me remember what the last scene was. Like, what was the ender? Why can't I think of that? Oh, well. I'm sure I'll think of it once we get into this episode. So, why don't we just go ahead and jump right into this episode of Better Call Saul. Here we go. Oh, is it the twins? We haven't seen them in a little while. Oh, yeah, those are the twins. Now, I did just remember that Lalo's bond was like, what, $7 million? Don't tell me they're gonna go get the money. Oh, yeah, they are. Man, this is like the least dramatic thing the twins have ever done.
Hey, tengo algo para él, si es que sigue interesado.
Alright. Man, the twins got through that without killing anybody? I'm proud of them. That's character development, I think. But does that mean Jimmy has to go pick it up from them?
What's so funny?
Pollos Hermanos.
You wouldn't get it.
Oh.
Okay, here's what you're gonna do.
Can we start using that instead of the Joaquin Phoenix?
Maybe this isn't your thing, you know? I mean, that's okay, I get it. You did good in court. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, thanks.
It's very understanding.
100,000?
Dollars?
No.
That's actually less than 2% commission. I think it's right.
So $100K for a little drive through the desert, huh?
That's the price.
Damn. Fucking bargaining with Lalo.
Done.
I think Lalo respects that.
7
$7,000
million.
7 million.
million?
Yeah.
his people do it?
He trusts me. I'm his attorney.
That's not a great thing to tell her.
A lot of this than you need to.
Then I'm going with you.
No.
Only expecting
Don't do that.
I don't like this. I don't want you to do it.
Seems we are at an impasse.
Kim, listen. I swear. Okay.
Kind of forcing that hug. Well, you wanted honesty. This is what honesty gets you.
From Lalo, Eduardo sent me to pick up the dinero.
I mean, I think they know.
You guys are just gonna just go? Oh, that'll work.
Okay, then.
Buenos dias. All right.
That may be the best encounter Saul has ever had with a Salamanca.
Crappy service. 6,999,000.
I'm nervous as to why we're still here.
6,999,000.
Oh, no. No, please. Unless it's Mike? I mean, it's not Mike's car, but maybe it's like... Maybe it's like Gus's people? Oh, no, it's the guys.
Whoa, what? No, that's not what he meant. Oh, this is a mistake. It's big.
Oh, no.
Avocado!
Oh! Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Snipers. Jimmy, get down! Oh, damn, they're going for the tires. Oh! Ooh. Ooh. That could have been close. Well, Jimmy, I don't think they're here for you. But who was that? Oh, shit. It's out of bullets. Jesus, he went for a gun. When do you ever see Saul Goodman with a gun? Oh! Oh, it looked like Tuco's gun.
You hit?
Oh, it's Mike.
You're in shock.
Yeah.
You stay here and breathe.
This is the first time he's ever been in a shootout. Oh, his truck got hit. The Esteem got hit. That's gonna be hard to hide. The Slitmobile lives. Oh, shit. No, the Slitmobile. Oh no, are they gonna, like, push it off a cliff?
Where is it?
Yeah, you could have at least told him. He's gotta grab his shit. Aww. No! No, the Slipmobile. Oh, that's the saddest death in all of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. God, I wonder if this is just the rest of the episode, is the two of them walking together. Oh, he's got to carry $7 million. Just him. How are you going to explain this to Lalo?
How about we take turns with these bad boys, you know? So we both stay fresh.
Bruh. Told Mike to say that once. Oh, that's him. Man, gotta do all that fucking walking. This is gonna sound stupid, but I had to take a very long walk. I had a car breakdown yesterday at a gas station. I had to walk back to the house. It's not as difficult or grueling as this. I wasn't carrying $7 million through the desert. But, you know, it was a long walk.
Hey, we gotta be halfway there, right?
Almost.
Almost halfway there. So this must be the 4 days out episode. Like when Jesse and Walt were trapped in the desert. Now it's Mike and Saul.
She's gonna think I'm chopped to pieces, dead in some ditch.
And why is she gonna think that?
Nah. You've been telling
You
her?
saying she knows what you're doing? You told your girlfriend what you're doing.
My wife.
Nah.
Wife.
Yeah, wife.
Just recently, actually.
Congratulations. She's in the game now.
What? No, she's not in the game, all right? She's not even game adjacent.
No.
I just told her the truth, a little slice of the truth. That's all. She's not in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh.
I got 2 of these. You want one?
No, thanks.
Gets cold fast.
I'm fine. Thanks.
Jimmy does not like space blankets.
You suit yourself.
But it ain't pretty. What would Chuck think of you now? Almost said Chunk. My bad. Dear God, tell me she didn't go to Lalo. God in heaven, she went to Lalo.
Mr.
Who
Salamanca,
the hell are you that he tells you my business?
he didn't betray your confidence. We're married, which means I have spousal privilege. Anything he says to me stays with me. No one can make me discuss it. It's as bulletproof as lawyer-client privilege.
Okay, this isn't going over well.
So you're his wife? So you're his wife, and you love him, and he didn't come home last night, and you got scared enough to come down here and talk to me.
Just tell me where you sent him. That's all I need.
I don't think so.
Lalo doesn't trust you.
He's like the cucaracha, you know? Born survivor. If trouble found him, give it a day. If he's alive, he'll show.
Oh, you trust him to make it out. Oh, that was to collect water, humidity. You didn't get a lot out of that.
Hey. I wouldn't waste that.
Nah.
Guess what?
You're gonna have to drink your pee. Ugh, just the thought of hearing it sloshing around. He's doing this in dress shoes. It's terrible, man. Man, this would be friggin' brutal, man. Desperately looking for a phone signal. This honestly is worse than Walt and Jesse, because Walt and Jesse still had the RV. And they had that chance to get it driving again. This is just walking through the desert lugging $7 million.
No. More. No. You want more?
Drink your piss. From your Davison, Maine water bottle.
Alright.
Oh, is he gonna drag him? And grab your piss. I don't know if you've made that any better. It's just that the force of gravity is now on your waist. Oh. Don't tell me that burned through a hole. Oh, it wore out a hole in the bag. In the cactus. like this, too.
Hey! Ah, shit! Ah!
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. I'm done. Done!
Bro, you can't just die.
Quiet.
How the hell are you still going?
Because I know why I'm out here. That's how.
No.
I know what it's for. I have people.
No.
I have people waiting for me.
So do
They
you.
don't know what I do. They never will.
Yeah.
They're protected. But I do what I do so they can have a better life. And if I live or if I die, it really doesn't make a difference to me as long as they have what they need. So when it's my time to go, I will go knowing I did everything I could for them.
Oh, shit.
Now you ask me how I keep going. That's how.
Damn. What are you doing?
Hey, get that thing ready.
Oh, Saul's gonna draw him out. Oh man, that fucking rifle, man. That's very clever, actually. It's dangerous, but it's clever.
Come on. I'm just walking here. You goddamn idiot.
With a space blanket and everything. Embrace your Chuck. Come on! Oh! Well, you got the guy. But you didn't get the car. Aww. Oh! Just like Kevin Costner in Waterworld. Back you go. Oh my god, what if the episode just like ends? Oh, it's totally just gonna stop, isn't it? Oh my gosh! Is that just where we're at now? Oh no. I get this feeling we're gonna be out in the desert for a little while. Man, what a place to take this, you know? Because I was kind of thinking, like, you know, things were, like, I mean, I don't want to say, like, oh, there's no plot that's happening, because it's not right, you know, but I guess it's like, okay, what's the next thing that happens? And with the other side of the story, you get it. It's still Gus and Lalo, you know? It's Gus and Lalo, and Mike is in on that, Nacho's in on that, and there's so many things, so many different things happening there that when you go back to Saul and you're like, okay, so what exactly is happening? Things are happening, but they're not necessarily happening in, you know, plot where, you know, you connect one thing to the next, this beats of the story and stuff. It's more of just, you know, character evolution, character study, and that is perfectly fine. But you sort of sit here and it's like, okay, but where are we going? You know, where are we going? And especially this late in the game, you know, this is towards the end of season 5. We only got one other season left. You kind of sit here and you wonder, okay, what are we, like, what event, what are we doing right now? And I will say that this is not something that is just in Better Call Saul. Breaking Bad has that a little bit after Gus, you know? Gus, honestly, in Breaking Bad, kind of takes on... it's very similar to the story with Chuck, you know? And this is a lot of what I said in Season 4 as well, where it's like, okay, what now that you get rid of this, such a major character and pretty much, this antagonist that you have to overcome, what do you do after that? And for a little bit, you kind of think like, well, there's nothing too apparent, Eventually, it does become, in Breaking Bad, it becomes a conflict between Walt and Mike, and then eventually the conflict between Walt and Jesse, leading to the end of the series. But in this, you kind of think, well, there's no, lawyer adversary. There's no lawyer enemy anymore. It's certainly not going to be Howard, So with no more, there's no antagonistic lawyer for Saul to overcome. So you kind of sit here and you think, okay, well, then where are we going? What is the next beat of just a basic story for Saul? And here we have, we had to not necessarily do build up, but we had to watch a lot more character moments, and that is completely fine, But those character moments, Jimmy, committing to being Saul Goodman, helping Lalo and everything that happened with Mesa Verde, with Kim, and leading to the marriage and stuff like that has led to this. It's led to this, where Jimmy, Saul, has clearly gotten in way over his head, and what he thought was going to be an easy thing was not. It was not an easy thing. And because of that, Lalo now knows about Kim. That's terrible. That is terrible, that if Lalo ever thinks he needs leverage over Saul Goodman, he has it. The bargaining, gone, And I think Lalo respected that, I think Lalo respected that Saul did bargain, It's like, hey, I'm going out in the desert, 100,000, that seems pretty fair. It's less than 2% commission, And Lalo agrees. I think Lalo does respect that Saul would bargain with him for being paid for this job, So yeah, but now there's no bargaining. It's like, well, you either do exactly what we say, or we kill your wife, That's gone now. And I get why Kim went there, but that was not good, Now, luckily, it's interesting because, he wasn't, I don't think he's necessarily mad, And when she explains it, look, I am his wife, and, we have spousal privilege, I'm not gonna say shit, okay? I just want to know where Saul is, I think Lalo then understood, oh, okay. It's not really oh, he's fucking ratting out my business to somebody else. It's okay, it's his wife. I think to an extent he does get that, but I think he also thinks, oh shit, I have leverage now. I have leverage. I know who his wife is, So yeah, it's not good. It's not good, Kim going to see Lalo, It's not good. And, this whole situation is just not good, And this is definitely, this is the 4 days out, but even worse, It's the 4 days out episode, but they don't have an RV. They're hauling $7 million, and, they gotta get back in a decent hurry, and they have to get back to Lalo, and there's just not something, Walt had to get back to his family, but that was about it. They have to get back to Lalo. Oh, man. And Kim did not want Jimmy to do this. She did not want Jimmy to do this, but he did. It's just, yeah, everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Now, the good news is that he has Mike, And I will say, for all my talk of, because we see in Breaking Bad that Mike and Gus were, really squared away. Like they didn't seem to have any of the problems that they had here. One other thing is, man, to think, how did Saul and Mike gain this sort of, business relationship when it's like they almost never interact, honestly. But this is definitely going to be the cementing of that. Now that they both are fully, because I guess last episode they both realize they're both in this game. They're both a part of this conflict with Lalo Salamanca. But now, they're going from the border. They're going from the border to Albuquerque on foot, or at least to the nearest town where they can get a car. They're going to the nearest town to get water and a car and get back to Albuquerque. Oh boy. But yeah, so we had the twins getting the money, and yeah, that's honestly, unfortunately it's still the best interaction Jimmy has had with a Salamanca, because they didn't talk, they just gave him the money and they left, and that was that. Considering the interactions he's had with Tuco and even the interactions he's had with Lalo, there's a part of me that also wonders, I wonder if Nacho will feel any guilt about bringing in Saul, because I want, granted, Lalo already knew about Jimmy, because he heard about him from Tuco, so Lalo would naturally be like, hey, I hear there's a lawyer who was able to talk Tuco out of killing 2 punks, and Nacho would be like, yeah, I know that guy, he helped me out too, so he's he's the guy for this. I also like, though, when Kim goes and talks to Lalo, I like that he says, like, hey, he's a survivor, like he has like kind of accurately read Saul, Jimmy, and is like, hey, he's a little survivor, give him a day, I'm sure he'll come through, and now part of it, yes, is going to be because he was saved by Mike, but at the same time, it is kind of true, and I like that, even though, yes, that's a tense scene, and obviously now Lalo has leverage over Saul because he knows who Kim is. I like that little moment. There is a bit of respect for Saul, and especially, just from the beginning where it's like, hey, you talked Tuco out of killing 2 punks. That's insane. The Tuco I know, you just killed them and left their bodies in the desert. Sorry, I stepped on something underneath the table. We're all good. But yeah, so I did kind of like that little moment where he's like, all right, I get you're worried about it, but our boy, he's a survivor. Give him a day or two. So that is at least something. Again, where this is going to go, we don't know. We don't know what happens to Kim. We don't know what happens to Kim. All we know is that she's not in Breaking Bad, so something has to happen. Something has to happen to where she is not in Breaking Bad at all. That was the same thing with Chuck. Chuck died, Now we have to figure out what's going to happen with Kim, and this meeting with Lalo, it does not bode well. But I don't know. I don't think he's going to kill her. I don't know. I hope she goes the way of Jesse and just goes to the vacuum cleaner guy, And considering, some of the scenes that I rewatch where Saul talks about the vacuum cleaner guy, you can just see it in his face. It's like when you watch Star Wars A New Hope, and Luke Skywalker is like, oh, so you fought in the Clone Wars? And you can see Alec Guinness, like, he gives this look like, Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did fight in the Clone Wars. That was some shit, you know? Like, he gives this look, despite the fact that nobody knew what the fuck the Clone Wars was. I don't even think George Lucas knew what the Clone Wars was at that point. But then, you go back and you see that. And this, you definitely see when Saul mentions the Disappearer. He just has this look on his face like, oh, shit. And he also knows the rates, you know? It's like, well, last time I saw the special deal, it was $125, you know? So he knows exactly the pricing too. So something has to happen with that, you know? They have to have an explanation of how he knows this, you know? And if that happens to Kim, where she just, you know, take the vacuum cleaner guy and go, that I'd say that's best ending for Kim, you know? The fact that she just, you know, isn't dead, I would say. And I also like that, I mean, yeah, it makes sense that Mike would question telling Kim, you know? It's like, oh, she knows about this. That's not you know, she's in the game now. And it's like, and Saul trying to argue. No, she's not, you know? But, and yeah, to Saul's credit, to Jimmy's credit, she didn't go to the cops with that. But she went to Lalo. And that's not good. And we lost the Slipmobile. The Slipmobile is gone, folks. Which we knew that was going to have to be another, because the Slipmobile, like Kim, is not in Breaking Bad. But man, I'm going to miss the Slipmobile. I mean, it is the Slipmobile. It's like the last piece of Slip and Jimmy, you know? It's so sad. It's so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. I apologize, but also not apologize if I've just triggered your Amazon Echoes. Anyway. The poor Slipmobile is gone. Even his thermos, the world's second best lawyer, got a bullet through it. Oh, that's just not good. It's just not good. I also like the moment where Mike wraps himself in the space blanket. That's just fucking flashbacks for Saul right there. For Jimmy, he remembers Chuck. And then for him to put on the space blanket, you know? He puts it on, but just so that he can, you know, draw the guys out. And he did. He drew them out. Mike took them out. Unfortunately, they didn't get anything from that, but they got that guy off their back. So presumably they can now walk the main roads, or whatever main road it is, you know? So they can at least do that without any trouble, But yeah. But they didn't get any water, they didn't get a car, they didn't get nothing. Oh well. And I also like that talk, you know, why do you keep going? It's because he's got people, you know, and he's doing all of this to take care of them, you know? And it drives the point home, because it's like, because they never really bring it up before season 5 of Breaking Bad, you know, why Mike does this, until the DEA takes away the money that he had saved away for Kaylee. So yeah, like they don't really bring that up before then. It's like, oh, okay, so he's doing this, you know, not necessarily like Walt, but I mean, it's pretty much what everyone does, is that you pack money away to live a better life, either for yourself or for someone you care about, you know. For Jesse, it was for himself. For Walt, it was for his family. For Mike, it's the same thing, you know? And Mike, like Walt, it doesn't matter if he dies, but he's going to do everything that he can to make sure that his family lives the good life, you know? And that has to resonate with Saul a bit, because, yeah, he has somebody he cares for. Kim. But she's in it. Stacy and Kaylee are not. And I'm sure that'll be a problem for Kim going forward. But yeah, this was a brilliant friggin' episode. And I like that it's not resolved. We have to keep going, you know? Like, I don't know. I almost want to think, like, man, what if they still aren't back next episode? That'd be fucking crazy, you know? If the rest of this season is just fucking walking through the desert, but I don't know. Either way, I think we're in for a hell of a season ender. We've got 2 more episodes left this season, and then the final season. By the way, you know who we still haven't seen? I kind of thought we would see a bit more of? Gene. I like that they stick with that. I like that they stick with, you will not see Gene except at the beginning of the season. So I imagine we're not going to see him again until top of season 6. But I feel like there has to be a bit more with him. Like, either the story is going to end with him, or I don't know, maybe we'll just get one scene and just be like, oh, and he took care of fucking the dude. Whatever, anyway. I don't know. I feel like we have to have a bit more of Gene, but we'll see. We will see. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Better Call Saul reactions, as well as another playlist for all of my Breaking Bad reactions if you want to go check those out. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.